on that dive offensive. And substituting that Wolverine. Bucky is unfortunate because Bucky has been a real for a lot of players. Utility is very powerful, and so is his primary. Final bans right now. Looks like that's Mr. Fantastic. That is unfortunate. That was one of the star picks for CI. But they are retaliating with that Magneto ban.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Oh, okay. So for CI, we are looking at Root and Root, Emma, Moon Knight. Oh, maybe loading. Okay, yes, it is Moon Knight, Luna, Loki, and Iron Fist. But for Magics, we are looking at Invisible Woman, Bucky, Emma, Loki, Thor, and Namor.
We'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
That artificial limb of yours fascinates me.
Right, Yggdrasil Convoy on honestly a very interesting map. Because this whole time it has been the main map for almost every game besides the first.
The battle starts in 5.
Well, I'm curious to see how
3, 2,
it'll go this time. I already see Tori. Not to be confused with Tori, the other Tori. Getting some aggression, taking out Deadly's utility with Moon Knight. We are seeing fine, and Pruddy harassing Thor. Alright, looks like Hydro is taking a lot of damage. Not really able to make as many moves as he probably like to. Right now, CI is trying to hold up a strong defensive. And it is working really well with Thor going out for the count. Looks like Fine is also now starting to take that offensive. Just slightly. He does have a bit of charge, but he is he's gaining it by attacking the shield. That is really smart. Being able to stack that damage. Takes out Hydro. That Loki is going to be a pain to deal with. You see that Thor has taken out Connor. But we are seeing a lot of sustain going on with Loki really being the saving grace right now. Unfortunately, Tori doesn't take that opportunity. It goes down as well. And that push is looking like it is going for Magic.
We've got our orders. Let's get to that tree.
Oh, but wait, what do we have here? Unfortunately, we are seeing a contest actually with Roddy going in just for that small moment, harassing, trying to create an opening for his team. And we do see that opening go in right now. Two support ults come in to negate their value. And we are seeing a lot of damage being dished out right now. Armed and dangerous. Hydro goes. And with that Namor ult as well. So much is being used. There we go. We see in it Invisible Woman ult. And Hydro goes again and again and again. 4 in a row. 5. That is the point for Magic. What an insane push. Or what an insane counter-offensive, actually.
Time to vanish.
Both teams are pretty equally matched when it comes to a lot of fights. It seems like a lot of these fights are going to be really up to those early eliminations. seeing who can get the momentum first and who can run each other over faster. Right now, we do see Connor getting that initial on Hydro, but it does get traded out by... But Namor does take out Pruddy. And now we are seeing more trades going in and out. Now it's down to this. All about the angles and positioning right now for CI, where they can really take on the defend and hold on for as long as possible for that team to come back. They can't necessarily play like they want to, but they will try to nonetheless, with Fine making them kneel to his fine self. And that is a near complete wipe for CI. And that 5-man stalling and forcing Magic to reset. Now we're going to see a small skirmish for a little bit. So you can get those early eliminations. Like I said, that is going to be the most important decider of this fight, or of this match. You can see it right now, where now Royal is the first one taken down, giving a lot of space. And now we're going to see a lot of alt trades coming in as well. And Invisible Woman, Bucky, and Loki have alt going that triple support, I believe. Oh, sorry. And corrected. We are seeing a couple. You're seeing Tori and alt. Or sorry, Tori and Royal alt. Freddy goes in, tries to finish off the Magic Tori. And also going for Thor. He is not stopping at anything right now. Well, I lied. He is. But we might see Hydro pull something out of his pocket. It's going to be his arm. Maybe. Alright, we're seeing Logic go in. Do a lot of poke. Try to negate Prodigy's ability. Now on the point in that diamond form. Cancels it because of that range preference. It is seeming like that ult wasn't even necessary for Hydro. That point was already practically taken by the time Hydro comes in. Well, let's see if we can get a contest. And it looks like we are getting a contest. Alright, Connor is making a move with that strange portal. And we are seeing... Oh, we're seeing Pruddy go in with that Iron Fist ult form. And gets taken out, but makes enough of a distraction to take out Magic Tori. But now it's up to whether the real Tori can really survive this. And it looks like she also doesn't. Now it is a battle between Fine and Logic. So far looking like Fine is winning this fight, because he is just that fine. Another contest on the point, and this time it is going to be death. But he himself has died. And that first round is 1.2 Magic. And now it is time for CI to get that defense in. Really nailing it with that final touch. I think it really took Magic completely off guard. And I think that's what really enabled that push from CI. What a really surprising turn of events. I was under the impression that Magic was actually going to be able to get that point, but CI is really pulling up new ideas and strategies out of their pockets like it's nothing. One thing I have noticed is that Doctor Strange portal and then switching soon after. That's what's really surprising. I have not seen that too very much, but it has been working beautifully for CI.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Help get that.
All right, we are seeing a Psylocke. Connor is going Psylocke. Probably going to try getting... I'm not sure what he's going to do, but I'm sure it's going to involve something with taking out isolated units. Getting a lot of poke damage right now. Being invisible and going behind that Loki. Oh, does the one-shot combo and escapes. Looks like Deadly goes down. And Royal is really dishing out a lot of heals right now. Looks like Magic Tori goes down by Connor's hand. But Connor himself gets traded off by the Namor Squid. But it is not over for CI. CI is still on that frontal offensive, going as far as they can. Fine, really making sure to back up Magic. But it seems like Death wants to fight it. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen very easily, as it seems like CI really did prepare for this fight. That is one. Namor ult goes down. The whale has gotten no one. But it does seem like... wow. Magic Tori takes out Prodigy. And we are seeing a lot of trades going off now in Magic's favor. And an Invisible Woman ult right on that last defensive straw. But that's actually very beneficial for CI, because it means that they are now able to push with little to no resistance, unless it's from Loki, who might not be able to do a lot. It's like Fine is also trying to shove them back as well. We are seeing Thor ult. It doesn't kill anyone per se, but it did dish out a lot of damage. But is it enough? It doesn't look like it. And that point is going to Channel Islands. Now, all they have to do is secure this next one. And that is the... Alright, what we're seeing right now is Deadly is going in, trying to dish out a bit of damage, trying to distract them, trying to distract Magic. And Magic is really having trouble with a lot of this dive, poking in and out, going in, dealing damage, and running away. Prodigy is going to show this right now, that being able to even just exist already hurts a lot, because they were just so distracted that Khonshu comes down and the moon haunts the hell out of them. But also, a lot of these early distractions and eliminations really carry into the main battle, because now CI has full control of the objective.
Moon Knight dropped one of his toys.
Does seem like they are hugging it quite a bit. O'Connor goes in for a small poke, backs out. And what we're seeing right now is that Magic Tori is trying to prepare for this next push with their ult. It seems like it comes in right this very instant. Logic is going in, taking out CI, and Magic has retaken that battle. The Bucky ult did feel a bit unnecessary though. Right now, Magic has 2 ults in total, almost 3 for this fight. All right, we are seeing Clobbering Time go down. It hits, but doesn't get any eliminations. Oh, looks like Fine barely survived that. And we're seeing Royal going with that, with his ult, pushing in, dishing out damage. Fine is getting as much value as possible with Connor, who's going for 2, who's might be going for 3, goes for 3. And the point does look like it is secured, and that is the first match.
Final score 2-1.
Going to CI. Connor was really the MVP, being able to dive in, take out as much as he can, and pop back out just to come in once more and then eliminate all supporting lines. Amazing game, in my opinion. It really does show you what the second round could hold.
What do you want the answer down? Wakanda again?
That's okay. I got my ult. Okay, as long as you back out, give him the space, let him back out, just walk back to our spawn, and then we can come back and then cloak and dagger.
I am really excited for this
Okay, you guys.
next map.
I don't know if you can check. Unless Rocket touches. You just need like a quickie touch. That's crazy.
Sarah, it was too good.
Winnable. No, yeah, it's fine. Back up.
But I do believe that for the next bans that we're going to be seeing, it will actually probably be Psylocke because of how much impact Connor had that whole game.
Oh shit, we're split.
Also, apologies if you hear any background noise. This is in our I am streaming in our esports lounge as of right now, so you might be able to hear a little bit of people who are also playing games.
I'm done with the thing as well. So Rocket thing, and who should be our thing man? Yeah, they started. Start with them. Well, we'll see what they can say. They protect Star-Lord. I'll ban that.
So, now that we're waiting for these map bans, how's everyone's day so far? Because mine is going pretty swell. Although I think the only thing is that it is pretty hard to know when to get food, because that is probably the only thing. But these constant games are really fun to watch. I'm enjoying every match so far. Got that map ready. Alright. Looks like this map is going to be Hydra. Just honestly a really interesting pick. games going on. All right, first ban is going to be Hella. All right, now the first guard is going to be Wolverine. DI wants to keep that Wolverine. Prady was really aggressive, that Wolverine, on that last game, so it makes perfect sense. But they banned the Iron Fist. That might be just the wrong move. Like, the next ban is going to be Magneto for CI side. All right, this pick is going to be pretty critical for CI, whether they can actually make it someone who they can trust in. Oh, keeping the Psylocke is a great move, as that did seem to be Magic's weakness. Now it does seem like they want Star-Lord, and they do not want Groot. Absolutely hating Groot. Magic could care less. And banning Thing was, I don't believe. No, that is. Thing was played for a bit, and it did hurt Channel Islands quite a bit. All right, this map is a pretty interesting one. Hell, I personally love and hate it. I hate it so much that for context, I made Penny. I went on a custom game for 2 hours to discover some of the best Penny spots for this map because of how much I hated it. The moving objects mess up like any stationary characters. Like if you have turrets or like anything, it'll mess it up and it won't actually detect properly and automatically break. It sucks. But for a lot of people, this is a beloved map. You do see a bit of a skirmish down in mid. And now, oh, Prody kidnaps Logic. It does seem like Deadly is going in with that fantastic, doing a bit of poke, but does not come back out. That is unfortunate. But there is a trade that goes off. Adam Warlock on Magic's side might actually be the pick here. You can see what this Adam is doing. Hydro, rather than playing Bucky, is now playing Adam for that supportive util, but also that heavy damage that Adam brings. But that Thor is also going to be crazy, especially on a domination-based point. He is dishing out some damage, but not really having too much of an effect. But he is way too deep in that field. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem like they care too much about him. Oh, now they're starting to care. They only care when he's big. It does seem like this point is going to be Magic's just for a little bit. But it does seem like Royal does not want that to happen. Tang is ready to counter ult and does. Now we're seeing that Star-Lord ult, which completely annihilates a lot of the aggression that CI had, forcing a retreat. Looks like CI is going to have to reset their point. Maybe rethink their strategy a little bit. Because right now it's not looking so hot for them. Alright, Tori pushes in with Luna Snow ult. And Connor is starting to dish out some damage. Try taking out the Atom before he reses. Oh, but he did res. But not in time. Seems like Roll is going to be taken out by that Star-Lord auto attack. But that point is going back to Challenge Islands with a well-coordinated push. Connor diving those backlines, making sure that nothing escapes their eyes. But also Tang keeping that really solid utility and support on that team. Although Hydro no longer has his ult, he does have Soul Bond, which is equally as strong as an ultimate. Also, Quantum Magic is really good at being able to block any deaths. But it doesn't seem to work in this case, as CI is actually pushing forward. Taking a lot of forward space. Again, absolutely crushing Magic right now. Already on that 85%. Oh, but they hear the portal. CI hears the portal. Going back to the point. Making sure that they can fight a fair fight. Who did Loki copy? As copied Invisible Woman. Here's the ult. You hear Star-Lord with his aimbot. And it does take the point for the most part. And just by a hair, Magic is able to reclaim it. Now, unlike the last push, CI is definitely pressed for some time right now. That does seem like we are getting another portal play. Interestingly enough, looks like Magic expects it, but does fall for it nonetheless. A lot of damage going down. But we are seeing Loki really being the savior of his team right now. But not for long. As Logic is going to go down due to Prodigy's efforts. But not yet, because we see it. Tori use that Invisible Woman ult. Hopping. 10 copies. Uses it again. Even more sustain. And this point goes to Magic. A very intense fight on that last push. Does seem like CI has to rethink their strategy to be able to win this point. However, Magic did really have a really strong area denial, especially with that Loki, Thor, especially the triple support they're going, which is Invisible Woman, Atom, and Loki.
4, 3, 2,
Really dishing out a lot of damage, but also being able to sustain their ground. But Powers Monkey is also doing so much. And is also 85 to ult for this round. So we might see that pop. We might see that ult pop pretty soon. We're seeing Fine going down. Gets autoed to death.
mission area is yours to capture now.
Now Power is free to reign. Goes in with his ult. It does get a lot blocked, and Prodigy kicks him off the map, but Powers doesn't give up quite just yet. extremely close. But we are seeing that Royal is trying to get some space for that push. We do see that Cure. Oh, we are seeing a lot of eliminations going on for p.3 right now. He's going on 3. Can he go 4? It does seem like he does go for 4. And Fine goes for 5 and 6. Completely clearing that battlefield. But it took a lot of ults to really do that. And this ult trade is really in no one's favor. Because Deadly has his ult ready. Ori has her ult almost ready. And Fine almost has his ready once more. Let's see what Powers does. As he is trying to get a lot of off angles. Looks like Tori takes out Deadly. And Death is actually pushing in. With Powers' help, they take down Royal. But Death is just slamming damage. Slamming a lot of damage into the Sports. And it does work out. Now CI's crippled. And they have lost the point. Once again, going back into those early eliminations. And now CI is staggered. Now they're on the back foot. And need to get a step forward. Step ahead. But it's really hard to do that when you don't have much to work with. Does seem like Connor wants to go in with that strange portal again. But it seems relatively expected. Logic takes out Deadly. And we are seeing a fight. Tori is alone and gets eliminated. I mean, it's all up to really p.3 and Royal, which doesn't really work out well. Oh, Deadly is back in the fight in that portal, but it short-lived. But going back to that, their area denial, Magic is able to get that really easy area denial. And CI is really struggling with aggression, and they have to use basically all their ults in order to reach the same level of control. Oh, what a crazy ult from Connor! But how long does it last? Is another question. Because Logic is just diving the supports, really doing a number. It seems like we see a moon, but the moon has faded. And so has CI for this round. That is 1-1. This one going to Magic. All right. So this match is going back and forth. Currently 1-1. We have seen the strengths of both sides. And so far, what it's looking like is that Magic has really strong oppressive power with defense, especially on control domination points. So now coming into the next map that we might see, I wonder Convergence is going to be the next game mode. I wonder how that's going to work out. Mainly because Convergence starts off with a point and then moves into payload. So I'm really interested. I'm very curious about how this is gonna work out. I'm honestly kind of scared for both teams because both sides have really strong. Both sides have really strong ways to work with it. If it's Shibuya, then I think CI has it. But if it's Wakanda, then I don't know. I believe it can go any way. As long as both, if Magic is able to keep that first point, I think they're able to win easily. But I don't know. I'm really, really curious. Anyway, while we wait for them, yap session time. I'm low-key really hungry, and I don't know what to eat. Low-key, I'm not gonna lie, I really want McDonald's. I want the nether sauce, bro. Okay. If you get the nether sauce with sweet and sour sauce, it is so good. It's like a sweet and spicy. Oh my god, you guys have to try that. It is so Okay. Looks like the final map of the game is going to be Shibuya. Oh, sorry. Let me just go into that real quick. Final map is going to be Shibuya. A very nice way to finish off such a chaotic battle is with a peaceful map. Well, peaceful as a war zone, but peaceful nonetheless. Alright, we're in the game now. See the first ban. Oh, first ban is going nowhere. Well, that is a surprise. Oh my god. That they might. CI is finally Team B. So, CI picked no ban. That is devastating. That is absolutely devastating for CI. Not missing out on a ban like that. Unless it was intentional, which I doubt it. Mainly because they've always been very quick to ban a character. But it does look like they are picking. The ban does give them just a little bit of opportunity though. As with less ban restriction comes more characters to play. Not by much, but still it could be the difference between winning and losing a fight. Looks like Magicman wanted to keep Loki, but ban Groot. And maybe that's who CI wanted to ban. Because Loki was really strong in that domination point. And it looks like they're also keeping Rocket. Rocket coming out of left field because we haven't seen Rocket get played at all during these past two matches. And they are keeping Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic has been the star of the show, the clutch, the ace even for CI. But banning Thor has also been doing a lot of reckoning to CI's team. Let's see who this final ban goes with. Let's see what Magicman 3 wants to do. Looks like that's a Luna snow ban. Really hating on Luna.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
The team composition so far for Magic is gonna be Logic as Emma, Kang as Loki, Powers as Punisher, Magic Tori as Rocket, Hydro as Invisible Woman, and Death as Thing. Tori is Invisible Woman. Deadly is Fantastic. Royal is Loki. Connor is going to be Namor. Fine is going to be Emma. And Body is going to be Iron Fist.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds.
Now, looking at a lot of the play that the Eye has, it's going to be really interesting to see how they clash. Hang wants that high ground, already has it.
The battle starts in 5.
But it comes down to how they push, how both teams push, how both teams defend.
You have to stop them.
Let's really see what happens this game, because it could be intense. Starting off with a portal push, haven't seen that in a while either. But does seem to be part of the strategy. Deadly is already on that high ground, but it is highly expected, mainly because portals make a lot of sound. Right now, Royal is just setting up that defense, making sure that his team doesn't die, but also he can still do continual damage. Powers really wants to get that early elimination. Gets it on Deadly. It's like Deadly's fangs have been chipped. So, but it's looking like Powers is still going on, having his little reign of terror. But for how long, though? Because it's looking like CI is retaining a lot of control right now. And they are not losing it. Does seem like this first fight is going easily to CI, as they're holding down the fort expertly. Tang setting up his traps, trying to make sure that his team has reliable healing and reliable support at all times. Does seem like Powers has a really nasty angle right here. But it does seem like Brody goes in nonetheless. Goes in blindly. Does damage, distracts them, and they take him out. Deadly's going in right now. Gets pulled, but is able to thicken himself up, stretch himself, do a bit of damage, and escape successfully. And might get that re-enter very soon. We do see some fire going off right now. Connor is absolutely burning up his audience. But we are seeing that Punisher ult go in, takes out Connor, and it looks like Powers wants to go even further, and he does. He also goes for Deadly. But can he go more? Can he go further? Doesn't seem like it. Because we now see that Tori, that Dolphin Tori, counters the aggression. And we are seeing a mirror ult from Royal, copying Tori and going for another ult. And even layering above it, we see Magic go for that Magneto ult. And then, unfortunately, finds ult, misses, and he does get bashed back. He is trying to block that ult, though, that Emma ult, which is absolutely deadly, forcing people to come closer to her without being able to move. Does look like CI is struggling to get this choke point taken out. Which does make sense, because it is looking like Magic's team is really hunkering down on that defensive utility. Right now, Logic is doing a lot of damage to Deadly, but not enough to kill, because he's getting out-healed. Deadly comes in again and tries to keep harassing. And it's really about the harassment right now for CI. But it does seem